Attraction is a strategic game, where each action is a move that either draws people closer or pushes them away. It's not just about appearance or rehearsed lines. It's about how we present ourselves and the impact we have on those around us. Have you ever thought about what truly makes someone magnetic? This guide goes beyond traditional tips, exploring skills and attitudes that turn ordinary interactions into genuine connections. Here, each point is a piece of this game, playing a specific role in strengthening or weakening our presence. In any game, every move matters, and real life is no different. Small gestures, subtle expressions, and even silence can communicate something powerful. Authentic attraction arises when we align who we are with what we convey, allowing every gesture and word to be filled with meaning. In this video, we'll dive into how different, often underrated skills can completely transform the way we connect. Each one holds the potential to make a real impact. Over the next few minutes, you'll understand that attraction doesn't rely on fixed rules, but rather on a deep understanding of oneself and what one wants to convey. An encounter can become a valuable opportunity when we apply these skills at the right moment. Are you ready to dive into this strategic game and discover which moves can elevate your presence? Keep watching and discover the power behind each skill. Self-confidence isn't about never having doubts. It's about knowing that even with imperfections, you deserve to occupy the space you're in. When you believe in yourself, that feeling shines through and shapes how others perceive you. Confident people carry a different kind of energy. They enter a room with a natural magnetism, as if the world were a stage and they're ready to bring their best. This doesn't mean arrogance, but rather a presence that exudes assurance. Often, we associate self-confidence with appearance or specific skills, but it goes far beyond that. True self-confidence arises from inner knowledge and personal growth. It's like a tree with deep roots. It stands firm, no matter how strong the winds around it may be. Genuine confidence is born when we stop seeking external validation and find a sense of worth within ourselves. Have you noticed how people are naturally drawn to those who remain unshaken? This happens because genuine self-confidence conveys a sense of stability and security. In a world where many are constantly seeking approval, being self-assured is a powerful advantage. You don't need to say a word to demonstrate it. Just hold a steady posture and a calm gaze. Gradually, this confidence becomes contagious. Ask yourself, in which areas of your life do you feel truly secure? And how does this affect the way you present yourself to the world? Each time we look within and acknowledge our strengths, we take a step closer to genuine self-confidence. Start valuing your achievements, big or small, and notice how they contribute to your sense of security. Communication is more than just talking. It's about genuinely connecting. When you listen to someone attentively and respond authentically, you create a bond that goes beyond words. Often we focus on saying the right thing but forget that what truly matters is the intention behind what we say. What if we told you that listening can be even more powerful than speaking? Think about that. Every interaction is an opportunity to show the other person that they are seen and valued. Effective communication doesn't always mean having ready answers, but rather being able to respond with empathy and respect. When we truly listen, we make space for the other person to express themselves freely. This authentic exchange fosters an atmosphere of trust where words flow naturally. A genuine dialogue requires attention and presence. When we are truly present, words carry more weight and the message is understood on a deeper level. It's not about impressing, but about creating an exchange where both parties feel comfortable. Effective communication is a skill developed through practice, and its impact can be transformative. So, the next time you talk to someone, make an effort to be fully present. Avoid distractions and observe how this shift in posture transforms the interaction. Notice how small gestures, like a smile or attentive eye contact, can make the other person feel more at ease. Effective communication is about being there, in the moment, and letting the conversation flow naturally. Taking care of yourself is the first step toward earning others' respect and admiration. It's not just about physical appearance. It's about cultivating a sense of well-being that shines through in everything you do. Personal care reflects the value you place on yourself and signals to the world that you prioritize your own needs. This inspires admiration and creates a more attractive presence. When we talk about self-care, we're also talking about mental health. Taking care of yourself means everything from maintaining a balanced diet to making time for mental and spiritual rest. Have you ever noticed how people who invest in themselves radiate a sense of peace? That kind of energy is contagious, making others want to be around. Self-care goes deeper than a beauty routine. It's about the commitment you make to yourself. People who care for themselves develop a subtle confidence because they know they're doing something positive for themselves. And this is reflected in the way they interact and connect with others. Attraction grows from the respect you show yourself. So, by caring for yourself, you're not just investing in your appearance, but also in your inner peace. Self-care is an act of self-love that lets others feel that sense of worth in you. Ask yourself, how can I take better care of myself today? By seeking this inner balance, you naturally become more attractive and intriguing. Humor has the power to turn an ordinary interaction into an unforgettable moment. A genuine smile, a lighthearted comment, a shared laugh. These gestures make conversations more human and uniquely bring people closer. But the key lies in authenticity. True humor isn't forced. It's spontaneous and stems from an inner sense of ease. Laughing at yourself, for example, shows humility and confidence. People who can enjoy life and see its lighter side are usually more enjoyable to be around. Have you ever found yourself smiling at the memory of a fun conversation? That's the effect of authentic humor. It leaves a positive mark on our memory and makes us want to relive those moments. But remember, humor should always be respectful. The fun doesn't come from putting others down, but from uplifting the energy of the conversation. When we use humor with empathy, we create a welcoming and pleasant atmosphere. Moreover, it shows that, even though life has its challenges, we can also enjoy it in a lighthearted way. And if you don't consider yourself a funny person, no worries. Humor isn't an obligation, but rather a tool that emerges naturally when we're at ease. Look for moments to smile, relax, and let this lightness come through. People who carry this easygoing energy are naturally attractive. Genuine interest is one of the most underrated qualities, yet it's also one of the most powerful when it comes to building authentic connections. Showing genuine interest isn't just about listening. It's about truly listening, without rushing, without interrupting, paying attention to what the other person is saying and how they're feeling. In a world full of distractions, giving someone your full attention is a rare and precious gift. This practice starts with an attitude of curiosity and respect. Instead of waiting for your turn to speak, you put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to see the world from their perspective. It's a conscious choice to value the human being in front of you. When we practice attentive listening, the person feels understood and appreciated, creating an instant sense of closeness. People who show genuine interest are more memorable because they convey a sense of warmth. When someone senses that we're truly interested in what they're saying, they naturally open up more, creating a space of mutual trust. What if you could turn a simple conversation into a moment of understanding and connection? Try focusing solely on what the other person is saying, and you'll see the difference it makes. On the other hand, genuine interest also means knowing when and how to speak. It's understanding that often the person in front of you needs someone to listen more than someone to give advice. By becoming a calm, welcoming presence, you create a valuable connection founded on respect and empathy. In the end, genuine interest is a practice of humility and presence. It's not about listening just for the sake of listening, but about seeing the other person as a unique individual with their own stories and experiences. By practicing this skill, you naturally attract people and become someone everyone wants to be around. Authenticity is the quality that separates superficial connections from true relationships. Being authentic means being yourself, without masks or disguises. However, authenticity requires courage because it means showing who you really are, with all your vulnerabilities and imperfections. Often we may feel pressured to act a certain way to please others, But the truth is that nothing is more attractive than someone who is honest with themselves. Being authentic doesn't mean sharing everything about yourself, but rather acting in a way that aligns with what you believe and feel. When you are authentic, people sense they can trust you because you're not trying to be someone you're not. This kind of connection is rare and therefore valuable. Authenticity creates an environment where everyone feels comfortable being themselves. We often think we need to impress others to be accepted, but the truth is that authentic people impress by simply being who they are, without exaggerated efforts. They convey a calm confidence that doesn't rely on external validation. By being authentic, we inspire others to do the same, creating a network of deeper, more meaningful relationships. Have you ever asked yourself if you're being true to yourself? Being authentic begins with honest self-reflection, thinking about what truly matters to you. When we align our actions with our values, we become more consistent and confident. This inner clarity makes interactions feel natural and effortless. Authenticity is the starting point for true attraction, as it breaks down barriers and fosters genuine connections. By being authentic, you build relationships that go beyond appearances, grounded in trust and respect. It's a quality few people truly master, yet it makes all the difference in how we're seen and remembered. Creative approaches are like splashes of color on a neutral canvas. They show interest and demonstrate that you care in a unique way. In a world where many follow predictable scripts, unexpected gestures capture attention and leave a lasting impression. It's not about doing something grand, but about small initiatives that make an interaction more meaningful. Simple gestures, like remembering something the person mentioned in a previous conversation or sending a message of support, show that you genuinely paid attention. These small actions are rich in meaning and show that you're attentive and thoughtful. Like a painter choosing colors with care, each creative gesture you make adds authenticity and memorability to your interactions. People who think outside the box not only draw attention, but also create an atmosphere of curiosity and anticipation around them. Imagine surprising someone with an original idea or an unexpected compliment. These simple things generate an instant connection. Creative approaches show that you value the other person enough to step outside the norm and do something special. Creativity in interactions also reflects your confidence. When you act naturally and with creativity, it shows that you're not worried about rigid social conventions. This kind of behavior is attractive because it reveals that you're someone people can count on to bring a fresh perspective. Instead of following the usual path, you're creating a new experience. Next time you talk to someone, think of a small gesture that shows your interest. Something simple but unexpected that demonstrates you care. By cultivating this skill, you'll see how small, creative actions can completely transform your relationships. Personal development is the foundation that enriches your life and makes you more interesting to others. When we have varied interests and pursue hobbies, our presence becomes more engaging and attractive. Imagine talking to someone who has passions and interests, someone who is always learning something new. This kind of person is naturally inspiring, as they reflect a full and purposeful life. People who dedicate time to their personal growth carry a unique energy. They have stories to tell, experiences to share, and lessons to impart. It's not about impressing others, but about being someone people want to learn from. By cultivating hobbies, you're not only enriching your own life, but also creating a source of inspiration for others. Personal development also helps us maintain an open and flexible mind. When we invest in our interests, we are constantly transforming and evolving. This attracts people, as it shows that you're someone in continuous motion, someone who values growth and learning. Being someone who is always striving to evolve is a magnetic trait. Have you ever stopped to think about which areas of your life you'd like to grow in? Sometimes all it takes is a small step, like starting a new book or picking up a new hobby, to discover a world of possibilities. Personal development is a continuous journey, and each new experience adds value to our lives and interactions. By investing in yourself, you become a source of inspiration for others. Attractive people are those who have something to share, who are dedicated to learning and growing. Personal development is a way of attracting others not just by what you do, but by who you become. Respect and empathy are the foundation of any healthy relationship. When we relate to others with respect, we acknowledge their value while building a solid foundation of trust. Empathy, in turn, is the ability to put ourselves in another's shoes, understanding their feelings and perspectives. These two pillars create connections that are true and lasting. People who practice respect and empathy are perceived as trustworthy and welcoming. They create an environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Respect shows you're willing to treat others with consideration, while empathy reveals your ability to look beyond yourself. These qualities are rare and precious, which makes them so attractive. When we show respect, we're not just following a social norm, but expressing our recognition of the other person. Empathy expands that respect, allowing us to feel what the other feels. By combining these qualities, we create a connection based on trust and understanding. Imagine the impact of a relationship where both people feel truly respected. Empathy requires us to be present and willing to listen without judgment. By doing so, we show that we care and are there to support. Empathetic people naturally inspire and attract others because they provide a safe space where someone can truly be themselves. This type of connection is rare and has immense value. In closing, ask yourself, how can I cultivate more respect and empathy in my interactions? Every time we practice these qualities, we contribute to building stronger, more meaningful relationships based on genuine and solid values. Each of these skills is a valuable piece on the board of life. Try incorporating them into your daily routine and observe the changes around you. Share your experiences and reflections on what we discussed here in the comments. After all, each journey is unique, but we can learn from each other to keep growing.